Hi, my name is Mike Ferry, and thank you for taking a few minutes of your valuable time to watch what I'm going to present to you. What we want to look at today is what we do as a company, the Mike Ferry Organization, something that could be of value to you, could assist you, or help you learn to list and sell more real estate. I don't know the answer to that. You don't know the answer, but hopefully in watching this short video, you might discover the answer. I wrote down a paragraph which I want to share with you. I wrote down, if we look at the sales process carefully, whether it be selling ice to Eskimos, what the old joke always says, a house to a buyer, or listing a home for sale, there should be for you and I a step-by-step process, a step-by-step approach that we would follow. At the Mike Ferry Organization, we refer to it as the Mike Ferry Sales System. The Mike Ferry Sales System came about 25 years ago, actually sitting in my home with a top producing agent. And we were talking about the fact that there's certain things you have to do if you're going to list and sell homes in a reasonable volume. Now, only you can determine what that reasonable volume is going to be. If it's going to be 5 deals a year, you probably don't need what we have to offer. But if you're doing 5 and you want to get to 10 to 15 to 20, then I think what we have to offer would make sense. If you're doing 25 through marketing or buying leads off the internet, again, you may not need what we have to offer, but if you want to become more productive and profitable simultaneously, productive meaning getting from 25 to 40 to 50 and retaining more money in your pocket, I think what we have to offer makes sense. So the system came about because I'm sitting with a very top producing agent, 75 deals a year, and he said, in essence, what you have is a good sales system. And I said, well, I never thought of it that way. He said, well, that's what it is because you teach us the fundamentals of selling. So what I want to go through is I want to give you a definition. I looked in the dictionary for the word system, and it says a group of related parts that move or work together. A group of related parts that work or move together. The Mike Ferry Sales System is a group of related parts that work together with the purpose of helping you complete a real estate transaction, whether it be a buyer or a seller, to the close, to the commission check, thus bringing you a satisfied client and hopefully future business because of that. Now, I've been involved in real estate since I was 18. As we're doing this recording, I'm 72. I've been involved for 54 years. That's a long time. And I have yet, and I will say this to you carefully because I study this business all the time, I've yet to see a single specific sales system that matches up to what we have to offer and or can take you from point A to point D as effective as what we do. I wrote down a thought. Listen to this. If you're going to be in business, and real estate sales is a business, don't forget that, okay? You'll discover that businesses are made up of a series of systems that are in place to operate, to run that business. At the Mike Ferry Organization, we have a technology department, we have an accounting department, we have an administrative department, we have all these, we have a marketing department, we have a sales department, we have a coaching department. Each of these departments has a system that they follow to help us do our job. Businesses operate by systems. What we want to look at is, can we help you operate by a better system? Our business design today, if you look at real estate, is a series of random thoughts that people bring to you, and they're looking for you to accept them and buy into those random thoughts. I don't do that. I never have. I'm going to present to you in a minute a very specific system. You're going to like part of it. You're going to not like part of it. But I'm not going to ever say to you, use parts of it to build a business. If you're going to build a business, it's like the spokes in the wheel on a bike. If the spokes are gone, the bike collapses. You need all the spokes, you need all the parts to the system. Our competition will say to you, you don't need a system, hold open house and you'll be fine. And you can make a living holding open house. It is one of 61 methods of prospecting that we've identified for an agent to use. Now think about what I said. We've identified 61 methods of prospecting for an agent to use. You can go online to MikeFerry.com. You can press the button that says reports. You can download that entire list of 61 methods with an explanation on how each of them works. And you'll find about 20 of them have a star next to them, which are the ones we recommend. So yes, you can make money off an open house. You could make money just working your database. You can obviously make money just working a geographic farm. Those are 3 of 61 methods of prospecting. So what we want to say to you is this: if you have a willingness to succeed in the sales profession at a level higher than what you're doing today. If you have the discipline to follow a specific path, if you have the patience to learn, because it takes a while to learn what we have to teach. If you're willing to grow and put the system in effect, it will work for you every time in every city in the world today. No questions asked. The big catch is to this whole thought is are you willing to follow the system as it's designed? So what I'm going to do now is take you through the system, and I want you to listen carefully. Watch this video 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 times. Take copious notes. Look at each step in this system to see where you're strong, where you're weak, where you need assistance, where you're already doing a great job. It's the balancing out of the system that makes you into a great agent. Step number 1, obviously time management. The ability to have a daily schedule that leads you to the goals you've set. Now think about that. Do you have a schedule that you follow Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Because we have always taught work a 5-day work week. This is not a 60, 70 hour a year, 80 hour a week job. This is a 5-day job if you're following a schedule. So do you have a schedule in place that you can identify is going to get you from point A to point D, which is the goal you've set? Let's say the goal is 15 transactions. Does the schedule support getting you to 15, or is your schedule random and you do whatever pops up at the time? We're going to help you create a good schedule. Obviously, number 2 is prospecting, the ability to seek out and find motivated buyers and sellers on a regular basis. People do not like to prospect in real estate. Why? Because very few of us actually came into this business from a sales background. We come from a multitude of jobs, a lot of different professions. We came from different walks of life, but very few people come from a direct sales background, and in direct sales you have to prospect all the time. Number 3 in this system, past clients, centers of influence. And I refer this to as your personal gold mine for long-term success. Do you have a good system for working with past clients, if you have some, and a database of centers of influence, which everybody has? Are you working it effectively? Are you working it on a regular basis? Are you bringing things of value to those people? So step number 3 can be 35% of your total business. Step 4 in the Mike Ferry sales system is lead follow-up, the ability to understand that when people give you their name and number, they want you to follow up and do your job. They're looking for an aggressive agent. If somebody says, I'm thinking about selling my home, could you give me a call? They're trying to give you a commission check. Have you thought about it that way? They want you to call them. Effective lead follow-up. Number 5 in the Mike Ferry sales system, pre-qualifying, whether it be a buyer or a seller, because you have to make sure that the prospect you're talking to has the ability to sign a contract and has the motivation to sign a contract. How do you find out? Pre-qualifying. Every business pre-qualifies 100% before they proceed. Only do we proceed first and then try to pre-qualify. It's part of the system. Number 6 is the listing presentation, having a precise, scripted conversation that leads to the seller agreeing on a price and terms and having you list the property. We are fanatical in what we teach on the fact that 70% of your income should come from the listings you take and listings to sell, 30% from buyer-controlled sales. That is just the opposite for most people that are doing 3, 5, 10, 12 deals a year. If you're going to build a long-term successful business, it has to be built on listing property. Number 7 is pricing property. Knowing that prices are fluid, which they always are, move up, move down, and knowing that the seller is always going to want more than what it's worth, which is pricing it to sell. How convincing, how strong are you in the sales process to convince them to list at the right price? Step number 8 in the Mike Ferry sales system, handling objections. Every buyer, every seller will try to delay the process by stalling the presentation with objections. Listen, and if you don't get anything else out of this but what I'm going to say next, every seller gives the same objections. I want to think it over. I've got a friend in the business. I want to compare companies. I want to go for sale by owner. I want you to cut the commission. Learn the answers, and guess what? Then you can't wait to get the objection. Number 9 in the system is closing skills. It's the ability to make a great presentation and then ask them to sign a contract and not being afraid to ask them to sign. We can teach you how to do that. Number 10, negotiating contracts, completing the entire process bringing buyers and sellers together in total agreement on all aspects of the contract. The money in real estate is really in negotiation. And negotiation is a sales process which we want to help you learn. Step number 11 is working with buyers. 25 to 30% of your gross revenues should come from buyers. Having the ability to be a great salesperson versus somebody who opens the door. People buy houses in spite of salespeople. We want them to buy a house because you are a great salesperson and we're able to show them 3 or 4 and sell them one of those houses. Step number 12, administration and staffing. When you get to the point that you're doing 30, 40 transactions a year and you're considering hiring a part-time or full-time assistant, finding the right people to assist you in the growth of your business, being able to handle the administrative part of the business in a professional manner and allows you to keep your business growing. Very big part of the Mike Ferry system, administration and staffing. You're going to love step 13, practicing scripts and developing skills. Professional salespeople have highly honed skills through constant practice. Listen carefully. Amateurs say what's on their mind at the time. Professionals have a scripted presentation that is developed through constant practice. Professional dancers, singers, actors, people involved in sports practice all the time. We're going to help you get into that routine of practicing. Number 14 is customer service. Knowing that a good portion of your business comes from your past clients, we have to make sure customer service is the priority in every transaction from beginning to end. Number 15 is tracking numbers. We started asking agents like yourself to start tracking numbers probably 30 years ago. It's very common today that our competitors teach tracking numbers. It's the only sensible way to know if what you're doing makes any sense, is to track your numbers. And then, of course, those numbers can lead you to the production goals you've set. Step 16 is business planning, the ability to write a plan every October for the next 12 months. Having the plan laid out on a monthly, quarterly, and annual basis, not only telling you what you're going to accomplish, but what you're going to do and how to get there, which is critical. Number 17 is mindset, being able to control what goes on inside that wonderful head of yours on a regular basis, keeping your mind positive, keeping yourself in a manner that will attract people to you, despite the very negative circumstances we live in the world today. Number 18 is goal setting and motivation, making sure, understanding that you have a strong personal desire to achieve something. Without the desire to achieve something, guess what? Probably nothing is going to happen. You're going to be like a ship, a sailboat out on the sea in high winds without a rudder. You don't want that to happen. Number 19 is business systems. Whether it be a simple checklist, okay, or a system you devise to move the business forward, systems are always in place. When you take a listing and make a sale, do you have a system to follow to get it towards completion? Number 20, money management and profitability. You know, we talk about that a lot to our clients, the ability to manage your money. You get big commission checks, you get excited, you go out and spend them, and then you're broke. And as I've said for many, many years, real estate does not have cash flow, it has cash spurts. For most people, you go 2 or 3 months without a check, you get 2, you're all excited, you pay your bills, you buy a few things for yourself and your family, then you're broke and you start over. We got to work on money management and profitability. And step number 21 is understanding personality styles, and as importantly, understanding the word versatility, helping you learn to adapt to all types of people through good skills. So I wrote the following. What each of us has to do is commit to taking the next several months, and in many cases the next several years, through the rest of your career, studying and understanding how to put this system into place for yourself. We have seminars, we have workshops, we have retreats, we have various videos, we have CDs, DVDs, we have coaching. It's all designed to help you learn the system. My phone number is 800-448. My phone number is area code 800-448-0649. Anna, what's my phone number? My phone number is 800-448-0647. I want you to call the office. I want you to talk to one of our sales team. I want you to find out from my sales team if we can assist you in the process. We've been in business 42 years for a reason. We have been in business 42 years because we've helped brokers, managers, and agents like yourself take their business to a more productive and profitable level We do it through the Mike Ferry sales system. We're here to help you if you want to help yourself. Give us a call. Let's have some fun together and let's make some money together. Thanks for today.